Alright, sorry about that. A little late on the start there, but wanted to get everything set up. So, hello, welcome to another stream of Lies of P. Hello, hello. Last time we made it through Rosa Isabel Street. We defeated the Puppet King, and now are on our way to the Grand Exhibition. We had gotten through Lorenzi Arcade, and stopped just before we actually made it to the Grand Exhibition. Grand or Grande? It's Grand.
I'll use my power.
Also, doing something a little different tonight. So, as you know, it is St. Patrick's Day. And I thought I'd try changing things up a little bit. For those who may not know, there's a type of game when it comes to Soulsborne games you can play. One might know them as Drunk Souls, if you will. So I thought, what the heck, it's St. Patrick's Day. Might as well give it a shot for just one stream. Some people spell grand with an E at the end. I think so, but I'm pretty sure it's still grand. Other than I'm not drunk yet, just going through a belch. Anyway, so I got myself a Samuel Adams Winter Lager, and I figured I might as well play a little bit of it for tonight's stream. So, ow. There we go. Ow. That actually hurt. Okay, so basically, here's how it's going to go down. For every death, right, take a drink. But, you know me, it's not really a Dark Souls if I can get through it just fine. Right, so I'm going to add a little bit more to it. So for every death, every checkpoint, like Stargazer, we find, every time we get a message about our humanity, and every time we beat a boss, is going to be an excuse to drink, okay? Not an excuse, or take a drink. So, might as well just start this off, though, with one quick drink of this here Winter Lager. That's bitter. Anyway, also, to add a bit more to it, we shall wear green. Because you don't want to get pinched out there in Krot. That's basically the sum up for the St. Patrick's special. I take a sip, and I wear green. I forgot to mention that, but I saw the day the Earth blew up last week. It was fine. Not that great. See, here's the problem. Like, I want animation to return, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, of all things to put our horses behind, it's like, it's not looking that interesting of a concept. So, like, I want it to succeed, but at the same time, I can't see it being one of those things I really am invested in seeing. That's another problem. It's like, what's the writing going to be like? Also, going to have myself a little counter. Bookmark a tally counter for me, so I can add my own counter, whatever. John K. What was it? John K. style for the Looney Tunes kind of stinks too. Yeah, they looked weird. Like they looked off model from time to time. Anyway, which way am I going now? This way. Okay. So I was going down memory lane. The
grand exhibition theme was automatic puppets and city of the future. The plan was to showcase and demonstrate the most advanced technology in crime. But you know the rest. You can't hold an exhibition in a city that's fallen into utter chaos. And now the whole city is an exhibition of a nightmare.
As you can see, it did not have any grand. Also, there were a few hip references that felt out of place. Taffy becomes an influencer by twerking, and Leon wants boba tea, whatever that is. Boba tea is like a tea that's got like bud seeds in the bottom. His head off. There's a mom and her kids there, and there was also a lot of ass humor in the movie. Felt bad knowing that. Dog farts bubble gum out its ass at one point. Nice. Alright, that's a stargazer found, so another drink. Super. the sauce enough, you laugh for like 9 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I will say I do laugh at the stupidest things, even sober, so... Sweet. I'll be on to something, Morty. Excuse me. So, I was going down memory lane, and I doubt this would ever be on Defunct Land, because it's a bit too out there. Not too, like, out there as it would be hard to understand, but what's it called? Amusement park, Busch Gardens in Virginia. I went there, me and my family went there in, like, the early 2000s. And because it's St. Patrick's Day weekend, technically, I was going down memory lane because there was this one show that involved a guy. It was like almost a one-man show for the most part, where a guy is trying to auction off his old family's castle. It was called The Secret of Castle O'Sullivan. And then a leprechaun shows up to try to get him to not sell it because he's, you know, the rightful heir. God. I like actually not trying to mess up, but where the hell did this guy go? Whoa. And then a leprechaun puppet shows up. I used to think it was an animatronic, but rewatching somebody's, like, you know, camera POV of it, it's clearly a puppet, and the guy is standing behind him with one arm attached to a shillelagh, while the other one is just his hand. Talking about the big red wolf coaster. Oh, damn it. Anyway, here's another drink. He talked about the big red roller coaster. Yeah, that was the one. There was like Fear the Four. There was Apollo's Chariot, the Big Bad Wolf, the Loch Ness Monster, and the Abominable Snowman. That much I remember. Anyway, so this was like a little, you know, fun little entertainment play. And the thing that I took away from it is the one little chorus of the song they were singing about wanting to, because the leprechaun offers him 3 wishes, and they do a little funny song about, oh, what I could be or whatever, but the chorus then goes, Bigora, beware, not, sorry, it's Bigora, beware upon the Irish eye, be careful what you wish for, be sure you think you wish it was. And I remember thinking to myself, I thought it was, be sure to think it twice, for some reason. Again, I only saw it once, like 10 years old. But it was like, oh, going down memory lane, stuff like that. And I took away, I posted the lyrics on Twitter, and no one responded, so I'm like, other than the fact that, like, you know, I get barely any function on Twitter, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh, no one knows about this secret. I'm just like, oh, I was the only one who went to Busch Gardens, it feels like. But yeah, yeah, that's all I thought of. I was in a mood because I drew Mackie, my little monkey character, as a leprechaun. If you want to go see that, go on my other socials. But it's a fun little ditty. One of the villain character, because the character has to deal with a villain of his ancestor, Seamus O'Sullivan. and he is voiced by Tony J. Because it's just, you know, audio recording of it. I distinctly remember there being like some sort of... Okay, I'm dead. Hang on. Nice. In the original, when I saw it, I'm pretty sure it was like some sort of like fog projection, but in the recordings I saw, it looks like it's just a guy dresses up in a night outfit. It's not nearly as scary though, because it just looks like Shovel Knight. Like it's got the same T-visor, helmet, and the horns. I'm like, oh, Shovel Knight, what are you doing here? Like an animatronic, because it seemed a lot more articulate, but clearly it was just a guy parading as a puppet behind a stool. Remember the Disney Channel movie about the kid who slowly becomes Irish over the course of the film? Yes. Didn't mean to use that. The Luck of the Irish, I'm pretty sure this is what it's called. That's the first thing I think of. Excuse me. That's the first thing that pops in my mind when I think of the phrase the Luck of the Irish. It's stuck in my head now. To deal with the barricades here.
What are the moves?
Excuse you. I hope you were going to say that the first thing I think of when I think of Chris. Okay. Ooh. Hey, Dave.
Don't come any closer. Oh. You're not one of them. Are you here to save me? Those grand exhibition jerks are not to be messed with. Especially after they took that drug. Then there are those biological experiments. Oh, how horrid. I can't reveal everything, but suffice it to say that I can escape on my own if you clear the way a bit. Please, wipe out all those mongrels. Please, wipe out all those mongrels. It'll be easier to breathe once that horrid Victor's been taken out. Once you're done, I'll see you at the hotel. Please, it'll be easier to breathe once that horrid Victor's been taken out. Once you're done, I'll see you at the hotel.
It was like Teen Wolf, but instead of a werewolf, it was becoming Irish. I definitely remember somebody becoming like weirdly monstrous in that movie. Like the villain character was becoming an evil leprechaun. And this was before I actually ever saw the Leprechaun movie. You know, the horror ones. The one with... Is it Warwick Davis who plays the Leprechaun? I don't remember. That much I knew, yeah, the Leprechaun has been all over the place. Resurrection! Champion Victor has returned, Circus ad. The man who stood at the pinnacle of life, Champion Victor, has returned. Do you remember the great wrestler Victor? The Hercules of Krat, the man who never backed down, even when pitted against a lion and a bear. The veteran warrior who painted the circus with your cheers and applause. Victor is coming back to us. Victor's incurable illness that came suddenly a few years ago saddened all Krat citizens. Everyone learned that he's human after all, and fate can't be avoided. But with the help of the alchemists and medical science, Champion Victor is back from the dead. The illness can't bother him anymore. The steel-like will and superhuman power that defied fate. The world's strongest man, Champion Victor, is coming back to us. His big return match is with none other than an automatic puppet. This coming full moon witnessed what's sure to be a legendary moment of the man who stood at the pinnacle, besting even a machine. Only a few spots left. Hurry and buy your tickets now. All 7 buildings in Wexford Island are illuminated green tonight in honor of Chris Sephiroth. Oh, yeah, could you imagine? I just learned that he word lit, L-I-T, lit is a banned word. Is it seriously? Why is YouTube so stupid? YouTube, why are you so stupid? Hello.
Another fine day in the city of Krat, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? If your goal is to study the human condition, there's no better way than my riddle position. You know how it is. It's time for a quiz. Today's riddle might have you over the barrel. But get this one wrong and you will be in peril. So, answer correctly or tango with danger. But when you quiz with the king, danger's no stranger. Now, listen closely and heed the king's speech, or the answer to this one will stay out of reach. Think about this. Whatever it takes. What cannot be used before it breaks?
Eggs.
Correct! You were once such a fool, yet you've gotten so clever. I'm as happy as a parent. In this city, there are those who wish to crack the shell and be reborn. How about you? Can you awaken and break free of the shell that is your puppet's body? Oh, it's a frightfully difficult question, huh? So, I'll reward you with a hint. At the Grand Exhibition, you now must behold all 10 fingertips of the Woman of Cold. Look close before she escapes your notice. Then I'm done with you. Mostly.
Feel warmth, that's another one. Also, be sure to be drinking responsibly to anyone who's actually following along. Excuse me. I think we're up to 4, if I'm correct. Okay, sorry, I was looking at stuff. Don't pull up Livesopedia now, slugger. No, I know these. I know. Fun fact: I actually played D&D earlier today, and though technically, oh, hello, Eustace. I played D&D earlier. We had a puzzle that involved a riddle. I didn't look up the riddle. I was being honorable. But the riddle was basically the candle stick one from earlier. Also, forgot to read the note we were given here. King Riddle's hint: behold the fingertips of the cold woman at the Grand Exhibition. There we go. She got her top off. You're now introduced to a third type of enemy. Augmented human. I'm going to say augmented human because some of them They don't bleed blood, they bleed, whatever this bluish green is coming out of their backside. There was a toad in my enclosed patio this morning. I decided to get him. Oh, hang on. I directed him out the door so he wouldn't die of dehydration. What you're able to see is the Roman numeral for 100 during a trivia game because of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Fair. Order of Crowd Report. No one knows when the inorganic cluster structure called Crod sunk its roots in Krot. The first documented record is 600 years ago, when there was a ground collapse in the west of Krot. The people who collected the bodies of the farmers and mules who died found unknown minerals and ruins at the bottom of the pit, but they didn't know their value at the time. After the alchemists of the Isle settled down, the Devil's Pit, known as the Relic of Tremiscuous, was revealed to be an ergo mine of tremendous value. Until then, Crowd was deemed a mere stalagmite with ergo components, so it was nothing special. Unlike ergo, it doesn't have power. It's difficult to process and absorbs precious ergo spores, so it was more of a hassle. However, after the spread of the petrification disease, things suddenly changed when Crod grew exponentially to be a threat to the foundation of the city. Even now, Crod is growing. It's early to hypothesize, but I wonder if Crod is some mineral life that consumes ergo. How else can we explain that abnormal growth? Or a ruins defense device that reacts to anomalies? Maybe the ruins were veiled in secrecy for too long. We still don't know how much about those cursed ruins. Crod is still growing. We need a solution. What would that be about? Dad told me a story about how people thought Jiminy Kimmel laughing at everything was annoying, so I showed him the clip of Mr. Frog with Jimmy Kimmel. There's that one clip of the Rizzler and the Costco guys on his show, and they're doing the funny boom thing, like 3 booms, boom, boom, and he just goes like, yeah, the boom thing, the boom. It's like, damn, guy, calm down. It's just kids. Like he had no patience with them. Jimmy Kimmel, can you imagine? And that's another drink. The Grand Exhibition has a lot of shortcuts built through it. funny about. How I basically just pushed over the Wait, I don't know why I'm going up. I can go this way. Both they all sound the same. The only one I can ever think of like that's distinct is Conan O'Brien. It's just because he's got funny orange hair. It don't matter. They're all fucking shite. God about this. Ow, ow, ow. Crumpled Baptist doodle. Ergo hearts connect minds with wavelengths. The transparent fullness, where lies cannot exist. Is that the new true world, or a forced prison? Maybe I won't be able to think free, laughing in my head or running away. Let's go back and level up, and then we'll deal with the boss.
No matter what fate brings us, I will be at Lady Antonia's side. Serving her is my duty. The very reason I was created.
Duty.
Welcome to Hotel Krat. How may I be of service? This is a supply box. I shall open it. And no matter what, serving welcome.
I'll use my power.
I know my way around a...
Half moon, so. Let's see here. Perfect. Now we got even more cells. Can you think of a game that you wish were likes for Soul likes or Animal Crossing likes or Wario likes? That's a good question. Probably there's some Mario 64 likes like ahead in time, aka 3D platformers. Alright. I'll answer your question after the cutscene.
Welcome to my grave. This is where evolution becomes real. Hear me. I am Victor, the champion.
But you're not winning green? Okay, alright.
Light to the followers of the truth.
Anyway, to answer your question, I probably would say something like a Paper Mario. Like, I need more turn-based combat that's akin to how Paper Mario does it. Bug Fables is a great example of what they had going on. Perhaps you.
The new world belongs to us.
He does that.
I dedicate this victory to you.
Let's try this again.
Light to the followers of the truth.
hit blocking instead of attack there for a second. I already saw this.
The new world belongs to us.
Forgot. And you know what? We're gonna drink victory. I already made that claim.
By being humble, I am evolved. A better man.
And he's dead. Hey, you stole my kill, man.
I'm surprised you defeated Victor. Geppetto's creations are truly marvelous. Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Simon Manus, a leader among alchemists. I've known your father for a long time. We used to be colleagues, you know. Geppetto didn't understand that the petrification disease can strengthen humankind. Locked into conventional thinking, I'm afraid. But even he can't stop such a magnificent discovery. It's the door to a new world. You've seen this place with your own eyes. Truly inspiring, is it not? What do you suppose our cure has created here?
Hope for a cure.
I have to admit some surprise. I didn't expect you to be as rational as we are. I'm impressed, even if it's a lie. I'm sorry I underestimated you for being a puppet. You're open-minded enough to hear the truth about the petrification disease. The disease does not signify death. It's the process of purifying a person's essence. A purified human who overcomes the petrification disease will gain a strengthened body and a mind free of lies. The essence is ergo. Yes. The ergo you use as your power was once a human being. Our undertaking is to help others experience this purification through this elixir. Truly, it's an honor. Ergo's power can do even more. In the hands of the awakened, its abilities are limitless. We already have the means to control that power. Power beyond your imagination. So while you wallow in a pathetic past, we step forward into humanity's future on the Isle of Alchemists. You're welcome to come to the island and witness our triumph firsthand. Or perhaps you'll make a futile effort to stop us. Maybe the Saintess statue can help you. In any case, good luck. Standing against evolution must be exhausting, not to mention demoralizing. Keep your chin up, puppet, and I'll see you soon. No one can say that Simon Manus, leader of the alchemists, isn't hospitable.
Feel warmth. Alright. That's another drink. And we found a stargazer, so that is also another drink. So yeah, we've reached the coachman insert here. Oh, excuse me. Respect. So there's a drink. I know I made these rules. I'm sticking to them. Saintess of Mercy statue.
Sorry to startle you. It seems that the power of the listener within me, the power to hear Ergo, is getting stronger. It's powerful enough to send not only my voice, but even illusions. Maybe it's because of the power of this Saintess statue. I came to you because I wanted to tell you about Simon. The terrible things he does. I should have told you about Simon earlier. But it's the sort of thing you have to see to believe. He is the most dangerous man in Krat. He spreads mayhem and death for a delusion he calls evolution. Simon wants to evolve a new world in Krat. A horrible future, even worse than the disasters we already face. That's why I woke you up. If you can't save Krat from Simon, no one can. Find the Isle of Alchemists. Someone must know how to get there. I will help as much as I can, of course. Please, save Krat. Whatever choice you make, I shall wait for you. That is why I'm the listener. To bear witness.
Yeah, we're nice.
I've always wondered why I'm a listener. Why this power came to me, in this time and place. But now I understand. Ergo reached out, wanting someone to hear it was once human. Or maybe it wanted someone to remember it. Perhaps a god or an angel. Who knows? But the alchemists have tainted everything. The gold coin tree is a pathetic creature they created from the listeners. Like many of their creations, it's tragic, but useful. You can control Ergo with gold coin fruits. The sad tears of those who became trees. If they get the chance, the alchemists might force me to make such a tree of them. Or something even more tragic. Don't let the sacrifice of the alchemists' victims be in vain. With the fruit, they lend their strength to you. Collect gold coin fruits, and let the Saintess statue inspire you to victory. You honor their sacrifice, their grief, and tears. Petrification disease, puppet frenzy, and carcass monsters don't happen by chance. They're all related to Ergo. Ergo is the essence of life, made from the petrification disease. It contains the memories and distilled lifespan of the victim. That's why puppets sometimes awaken their old selves, or describe someone else's memories. Simon coveted Ergo's power, and he noticed that the process of curing petrification disease could also create enhanced humans. Krat became a city of monsters and petrification disease because of Simon's terrible experiments. The King of Puppets tried to stop Simon, but he didn't do well either. Now, our only hope is you. Save Krat from this nightmare.
You puppet who dreams of new life, offer up gold
Oh,
fruit.
this device must be powered by gold coin fruit. A new life for an old puppet.
Yeah, so this is just basically to reset levels, P organs, and Legion arms, but I don't find any use in that, so we're gonna go ahead and ignore it. Oh, excuse me, yes. Reborn Champions Ergo. Victor had once been praised for standing at the pinnacle of all living beings. When he recovered his dwindling strength, he swore absolute fealty to the alchemists.
Whatever choice you make.
Will you do, me a favor? For once, it's not difficult or dangerous. Just give this to Alidoro. I'd give it to him myself, but he's in the barren swamp now. He'll understand the significance of this gift. I know. Just do this for me, and I'll be grateful. I know my way around a...
D. I organize this place according to the rules, so don't touch anything, you shitty.
I hear there is a new guest at the hotel, and that you had a little something to do with that. I just find saving people is its own reward. I certainly don't need the money. Even strangers. Everyone deserves some help now and then. If we who live through times like this don't live the best lives we can, we dishonor the memories of all we have lost. Honoring the lost is why I do what I do. In a way, I envy the dead. They don't have to know what it's like to remember that they're gone. Ha! And here I go again. Blah, 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 and who cares, huh? Now, let's get out there and save my... that is, our city. The Grand Covenant. You're not asking much, are you? Very well. Geppetto himself created it, and God help me, I made it work. It's in every puppet, a sort of conscience. And in theory, it should have prevented anything like the puppet frenzy ever happening. It's because we don't truly understand ergo, at least that's my view. Sometimes ergo-driven puppets gain what we call awakened egos. Individuality, more or less. Which is a dangerous thing if someone's not ready to handle it. Though that is rare. Or used to be. Hence, the Grand Covenant. Humanity's safety net. But it did not work. The puppet frenzy happened anyway. And I still don't know how. So, the King of Puppets, how did he get around the Covenant, I wonder? He used the ergo wavelengths, but what did he do to their consciences? However, it's a different story when a single puppet cracks the safety device of so many puppets. Does the Grand Covenant break when their ego awakens? Or did someone cause the frenzy after lifting the Grand Covenant? If it's the former, the King of Puppets is the culprit. If it's the latter, the King of Puppets is a means to an end. I am but a simple, brilliant genius and a man about town. I do not pretend to be otherwise. That is why I'm asking you to solve this. Everything depends on what you do now and your choices.
At the House of Vanini, even priceless things have a price. Every item is a treasure.
Felix Cadenza. Cadenza. Sorry if I butchered that. Welcome to the stream. I love that NPC. One of the best voice acting ever.
Lady Antonia
like
has heard about the Grand Exhibition. She realizes their cure is meaningless. Her illness has worsened. Perhaps because she lost hope. I fear we might lose her soon. Lady Antonia cautions against it, to be sure. But I still believe the gold coin fruit is our last hope. I have heard about an alchemist who knows how to use that most miraculous of medicines. Please find a way to treat her.
Oh, don't worry. I think I know what to do.
How's the cure for the petrification disease coming along? Glad you asked. It's going well, thanks to you. Sadly, it cannot cure everyone completely. Victims who have progressed too far have already lost organ function, and there's no way to restore that. Even if we eliminate the petrification disease, they won't last long. Their passing might be less painful than petrification, though. Are you sure? I can make a cure, Mr. Stalker, but I leave the choice to you. A longer but painful life, or a quicker but peaceful end. I'll make the cure if you give me one gold coin fruit.
Oh, that was easy.
Stalker, please. If you pick some... The cure isn't exactly stable. Give it to the patient as soon as possible.
So the thing about this cure, I did both options. You'll be, Paladina will ask you, like, should I give her the cure? Even though it might shorten her life or whatever. And I said no. She will still die in about the same point in the series. In the game. So there's no real point in to not give it to her unless you want to be a cruel bastard. The only difference being is she doesn't leave you a letter if you don't give her the cure. Anyway. Cure for Antonia. A prototype of a cure made by Giangio using gold coin fruit. They say it can be given to someone suffering from the petrification disease as a cure. The petrification disease not only makes the body stiffen, but also causes long-term organ failure. There's no guarantee that someone who catches it will survive even after being cured. Four-finger gloved. A gift of a gloves made by Eugenie for Alidoro uniquely only has 4 fingers. Eugenie vividly remembered the stalker who saved her from the workshop tower right before she starved to death. She prepared a thoughtful gift to thank him for his heartbreaking sacrifice. I got confused there for a second reading that. I was like, huh? Eugenie's not dead.
I believed in you, and my belief has been rewarded. She can be cured. It feels like a dream. The possibility of imminent death, though. Why won't pain ever leave her alone? I cannot make this choice. Every option is painful. I cannot know what's best for her. What would you choose?
Use the cure.
Yes. I suppose ignoring her pain wouldn't be right. Thank you so much. No matter what happens, I will accept it. I will administer the medicine. Please accept this token of my gratitude.
Geppetto real quick. Can't use that.
You don't remember much. Ask me about it. I knew the alchemists were up to something. Something more sinister than just a cure. I should have known. Never trust an alchemist, I always say. But in desperate times, I broke my own rule. This is tragic news, especially for Antonia. Do what you can to keep her heart from breaking.
I've been in such a good mood all day. I have a feeling I'll be in better shape in no time. Oh, and you better not underestimate me just because I'm not as spry as I used to be. I know you and Polendina are up to something. Still, I haven't felt this happy in a while. Only kind people can give others this sort of happiness. I always treasure a day like today. Thank you. People have no...
Play the piano yet? I cannot. Oh, hey. Forgot to talk to her.
I'm afraid you saw my bad side at the Grand Exhibition. I was able to escape, thanks to you. I didn't mean to be ungrateful. I'm a soldier from outside Krot. They sent us in pairs to investigate. I got trapped by the blockade and separated from my partner. I don't think the puppets are the only things at play here. Can I stay with you until I get in touch with my partner? I get the puppets, but what are the monsters doing here? What is happening to Krot? I get the puppets.
Okay. Now we go down to the next area, which is the Barren Swamp. Got a little sidetracked doing all the character interactions. Ugh, excuse me, heavens. Also, yes, we are doing a little special stream tonight for St. Patrick's Day. A drink every time we die. Anytime we find a stargazer, aka checkpoint, we beat a boss, or we gain humanity, we take a drink. But also, don't worry, I do have water here, though I'm only drinking a lager, so it's not going to be that tough on me.
The Isle of Alchemists. According to the guide, Vanini visited that place. That's something, I guess.
Is it Jiminy? Yo.
Ciao, Bello. It seems you and I share a strong connection.
Talking to an alchemist is like talking to a brick wall. That's also an alchemist.
Brother, you should say hello to your friend. But it is true that we are in something of a bind. We're going to need to consult with our old friend.
You got that right, sister. Our pal is sure to help us. We didn't behave that badly at his last shindig. I hope.
A moment, please. My young brother here is slowly but surely losing his very sight, his windows to the world, to a terrible, slow-working illness. That is why I seek the gold coin fruit. It's said to work miracles, and do I ever need one? The alchemists give us just enough to keep him going, but not enough to cure, and never what they promised. We can't rely on those crucible-kissing wizards. Please, don't make me beg. He needs this. Besides, for a fellow who raided the Black Rabbit Brotherhood's den and walked out in one piece, it'll be as easy as eating your weight in bumbaloni.
Please, the gold coin fruit is the only thing that helps. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Please, the gold coin fruit is the only thing that helps. Can you spare any? As a personal favor?
All right.
We knew you were a true friend, and generous.
That's right. I liked you from the start, you know. Just had a feeling. If you felt otherwise, that wasn't me.
Ignore this one. When he gets excited or just feels happy, he gets chatty. But he really is grateful. We both are. On that note, I hate to borrow and run, but we have another request from the alchemists to take care of, so we will be staying behind. You'll need to go on without us, so I suppose this is farewell. I won't ever forget your kindness, Here. A small token, but it's a gift from the heart. Now go.
Quixotic. Quixotic. If you stop dreaming, your heart will stop too. So I will confront it. The story of the knight desperately seeking the truth, even in the illusions created by the devil Quixotic.
Honestly, I didn't really expect you to bring us a damn thing, and yet... Thank you. Truly. I'm not saying I'm ready to set up housekeeping, or that I even trust you. But, given time, I think we could become actual friends. Honestly.
I never forget a friendly face. Now go. I never forget.
Alright.
Wow. You need me? I was surprised when the bell rang. The Isle of Alchemists, you say? And monsters. This is a nightmare. I'm living my own nightmare. Puppets and alchemists forget it. It is their secret island, a place hidden from the world. But even if we could find it, how to get there? What about...
Excuse me.
I don't know if it even works anymore. But one still requires fuel, needs must when the devil drives. There could still be a way, a dangerous but marvelous mode of transportation. But it won't work without a golden ergo. My research, well, Pulcinella did a lot of the heavy lifting, has led me to believe you can find one deep within the barren swamp. It's also led me to believe it is guarded by actual monsters. So, I can't make this decision for you. It's up to you. No, I'm not going to tell you the details yet. Not until we have that golden ergo. It's just not worth getting our hopes up, compagno.
Let's do it. Barren Swamp Tram Station. Vanini Krat Landmark Guide 4. This month's attraction, Barren Swamp. In this issue of Vanini Guides, we'd like to introduce a special place different from our previously featured attractions, and we don't mean special in a good way, of course. It may cater to a few people with particular tastes, but if you're an adventurer who wants to know all about Krat, it's worth learning about its shadows. In that sense, the Barren Swamp is the area that showcases Krat's shadows well. The Barren Swamp is where scrapped puppets are discarded. Because it's composed of swamps and ravines, it wasn't part of the city's development. In the past, it was briefly a coal mine, but was soon forgotten because of the Argo discovery. Later, a few shrewd factory business concerns about scrap puppets began to dispose of them illegally here, turning the swamp into what it is now, a swamp full of discarded puppets and corrupted animals. It's Krat's grave itself. Luckily, the city announced that they'll turn the parent swamp into a park with the exhibition just around the corner, so we're seeing some hope here. It's a living grave of hell. How about seeing this kind of place with your own eyes before anything developed? Good or bad, an experience is an experience. Rating 2.5 out of 5. An attraction for those who want to see Krat's shadow. Long boots are must. Reporter Medoro. This guide was made with support from Vanini Company, friends to the city. And there's no Stargazer, so that's another drink.
This place is... Okay, there's no easy way to say this, but it's a puppet graveyard. Humans call it an illegal dumping site. So I stopped. Eventually had much bigger concerns. Exhibition's horrific solutions Part 2. It's just too difficult to think about. Oh, why am I thinking about it?
I like how he fell over. A gunshot. Well, that was a waste. Bash each other's faces in. Up the ladder now. Damn it. Yeah, that's a drink. I kind of forgot how the what's it called? Fire hurts. Thank you. Well, now we gotta run all the way around. So I'm just gonna go on this here. Yeah. The only reason why I'm fighting the dogs is because they got bombs for heads. By the way, who gave them bombs for heads? Let's try this again. you go. Shortcut.
Those damn alchemists. The terms of the bargain. Almost intolerable. Well, it's not like I care about those hotel people anyway. But there are limits.
What was that?
How do you do? It's quite odd that we should meet in a place like this. Oh, don't pretend surprised that I got here before you. After all, I can elude the darkest monsters, the loftiest beings. In fairness, I do benefit from your prowess as well. I shall tell you something, since we're nearly peers. They say a terrible monster lives on the cliff at the end of the swamp. It behaves like a crow, gathering shiny things. I have absconded with treasures from its lair. Rare parts and weapons, worthy of a hero. That catch your interest? If you're hunting ergo monsters, you might put that friendly tip to use. You're a worthy hunter, and it is worthy prey. Show that swamp monster what you're capable of. You're a worthy hunter, and it is worthy prey. Show that swamp monster what you're capable of.
Okay. So, with the Reborn Champion Ergo, we can get the Frozen Feast. An Ergo Crystal sword blade made by an alchemist. The unrelating blade chips away with each impact, but when it stabilizes, it restores itself as if it can turn back time. The crystal that kept falling off the sword, no matter how much the alchemist worked at it, was miraculously restored. It was as if it had been biding its time. Or, the Arm of God amulet temporarily increases physical damage upon successful attack. An amulet that can be equipped on a puppet. Information and memories that are useful for movement can be imprinted on the symbol that draw out special powers. The alchemists that had found the Arm of God tried to gauge its potential power using puppets. The Arm of God was certainly strong, but required massive power to sustain. Alright. Normally I would say I would use this one because it's a pretty good thing to have to increase those bits of damage every swing. But we're going to go with the Frozen Feast this time around, only because it's required for a cryptic vessel in order to get some quartz. So this time around we're just going to get the one boss weapon.
What's this? A gift for a rescuer from a technician girl. I don't remember. I've saved so many of the common people. Anyway, thank her, I suppose. Oh. Oh dear. These gloves are a mess. They don't even fit. Is this a practical joke? My God, I never did like that girl. She's just like him. Oh, never mind. I thought you had better taste than this. How disappointing. Get these rags out of my sight. You're a worthy hunter.
So rude. We're gonna go back to the hotel. Tell her what's up.
Whatever choice you...
About my request last time. Did you give Alidoro the gloves? Phew. Even the Union's advancement test didn't make me this nervous. All right, I'm ready. Tell me the truth. Did the gloves make Alidoro happy?
He was very happy.
Really? What a relief! I'm confident in my weapons, but it was my first time making gloves, so I was a little nervous. Okay, more than a little. Gloves seemed a logical gift because I know he lost a finger. I was there, after all. When the workshop tower collapsed, the Hound lost a finger saving me. We could have starved to death trapped under the rubble if it wasn't for the Hound's sacrifice back then. I don't want to think about it. And yet I can't forget it. I will never repay that sacrifice, even if I spend my whole life trying, but I'm gonna start now. Thanks. I was too shy to give such a gift to him myself. Speaking of gifts, I got something for you. Take it with my thanks.
Feel warmth of the drink.
I know my way around.
Define the heights, behold your side for those windmills. Let them run again, 'cause I will fight. Let it be the cold rain, be it battle I cannot survive, or another cursed spirit come from the tide.
You don't remember? Ask me about it. The barren swamp was originally vacant, useless land. The pollutant room?
Rebels never break out of their great disguise, so I will find another song, another falsely refined. Those rambling words that pressed upon my soul. Every inch I blushed towards the fatal side. Against the winds, against the lights, I showed
I really like the soundtrack aspect of this game. Like the records. That's another one. Excuse me, heavens. Let's go beat up a monster. Double kill. Live puppets axe, blade, and handle. Dead.
Wow. So they do exist. Other puppets like me not bound by the Grand Covenant. I thought I was forever alone. Without the Covenant, my kind hates me. Monsters, humans, puppets, they all hate me. But I want to be friends with humans. If I learn how to feel, would that be possible? If you tell me how, I'll return the favor. I want to learn how to feel. Hello, my only friend. What have you come to tell me? I see now how scary losing someone can be. I may not be able to cry, but I hope I can comfort others now. Thank you. Hello, my only friend. Clapping is the mimicry of a joyful heart. It's good to feel alive. Thanks. Hello, my only...
I'll be back. And... one. I'm just gonna... Basically, I'm out of the lager, so I'm just gonna finish it and then I think I'm good on drinking for the night. So capped off at about what, like 15 sips out of one lager? That's not bad. Remember, drink responsibly, Chad. I gotta pee also, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Whew. There's a couple, like, butterflies we can collect stuff here, but I don't feel like dealing with that right now, so we're just gonna move on. Experiment report of order. Test subject 890. Name, test subject 890. Status, report. The most successful case from the prototype elixir injection experiments. 3 patients suffering from the petrification disease who got the elixir injection at the same time died. Right up until their deaths, they experienced painful necrosis and skin ruptures, seizures and convulsions, and crystalline metastasis throughout the body. Ultimately, they became mutations known as carcasses. Number 890 was able to suppress neutralization side effects and has been stable for 56 hours so far. Just the dissociative amnesia, seizures, aggressive urges, and hallucinations found in typical petrification disease victims. Personal opinion, I confirm that the Order's proposal to take a stalker with verified physical abilities as a sample is very effective. The sample extracted from subject number 890 is estimated to help the elixir developed in the next step. Sister Adriana, who will receive the next baptism, is expected to be able to fulfill the Order's wishes. Wake up, evolve, ascend. We, the Reborners, will prepare for the birth of God. Alright. Hello.
Ah, this must be quite an urgent patient to seek out my humble abode. You are still breathing. I must treat you quickly. Grad cannot have any more live patients. Trust me, it's better this way. 'Tis far nobler to die as a human.
Excuse me?
No vital signs. You must be dead. I'll dispose of you properly. What was her name? I don't recall.
Nice.
What was her name? I don't recall.
I don't know either, man.
I remember now. My Adelina.
I am not number 890. Name Precious Forgotten. They have taken over the post. Beware the rocks when entering the ravine. Well, shit. I gotta run all the way back there. Ow. Get out of here. Little bastard. fire boulders of death go by with no sound. Oh, I'm dead. Darn it. Snap my fingers in frustration. Someone's gonna come chasing down here. Oh god. No, bro. Okay. Oh, dearie dear. Almost fell to my death. That would have been real bad. Here. There we go. Fancy Vanini collection. Whoa, jeebus.
Whoa! An earthquake! That came from the direction of Krot Central Station. Oh, this could be bad, pal. Really, really bad.
There must be some way to open this. Alidora would know.
Hello.
Hey, are you a treasure hunter too? Strange to me, someone in my line of work. I know how this looks, but I'm not a thief or anything. I am on a serious expedition. You wouldn't happen to know a treasure hunter named Alidoro, would you? I'm a big fan. I plan my expeditions to follow Alidoro's traces, but this lock has me at a dead end, and I so wanted to explore the Hermit's Cave. All I can do is keep plugging away. If you come back by, say hello. Maybe I'll get this place open. Life is short, and life in Krat is shorter. I reckon I should cherish what time I've got. All I can do is keep plugging away. If you come back by, say hello. Maybe I'll get this place open. You never heard of Alidoro? He's a treasure hunter and one of the best. And unlike a lot of the riffraff in Krat, he's not a thief. He's a pro who excavates antiquities methodically. And professionalism is important when you're talking about Ergo. Just mention Ergo, and everyone cares about the history behind the ruins. That's why Alidoro has the reputation he does. The quality of his information and the condition of the antiquities are on another level. I know there are rumors about Alidoro lately, but I know jealousy when I hear it. The rumors? Well, for starters, they're nonsense. Alidoro is the last person you'd suspect of crimes like fraud and theft and assault. It's crazy. I've even seen a wanted poster of him. Those alchemists must be behind it. Those guys act like they own the ruins, and they don't want treasure hunters to earn an honest living. I mean, come on. We're talking about the Alidoro who saved all those lives in the workshop tower rubble. So, no, I don't believe a word of it. Ugh, would you get a load of this? I grabbed it as a souvenir, but it's just malicious propaganda. You take it.
Wanted, Alidoro. Wanted, Alidoro. A con man who calls himself a treasure hunter. Wears a hound mask, charged with fraud, impersonations, theft, assault, and other serious crimes. He's very good at tricking people, so watch out.
Life is short. All I can do is... My treasure? Well, this is what I've got so far. It's a cryptic vessel. A sort of cipher device, but I don't know how it works. I didn't want to throw it away. I think it's a clue to some stolen goods. I found it between the corpses of 2 thieves who died fighting over it. You know what they say, no honor among thieves. But I can't make heads or tails of it. If you want it, it's yours.
Cool, thanks.
Life is short. All I can do is...
Okay. Yeah, then. We read this. Sentry's notebook. It's stained with green sap. XXXX. Why in the world is that thing even here in Krat? I thought they were joking when the city dispatched me to catch the monster. I figured it was probably a broken puppet or a bear with the petrification disease. That grade thing is huge. What on earth did it eat in the swamp to grow so big? XXXX. I don't think it's the waste problem. I've observed it. It obviously protects its nest and likes to bring its toys there. The puppets' bodies aren't used to just as toys. This thing sucks ergo from scrapped puppets before playing what's left. It feeds on ergo, and that's why it grows so big. This whole area is feast for it. I need to report this. XXXX. Blasted bastards, screw you all. I think that green guy was made by the alchemist for sure. Or he's their mistake. How else can they ignore our backup requests like this? They're always like this. If something is unfavorable, they just ignore it. Why do they send us? Are we prey, not hunters? That guy is watching us more and more. He definitely knows we're here. He's looking at us like we're toys. Someone hurriedly scribbled the note. Guard post captured soon. Lost control of Ballista. Impossible to take back. I ask for forgiveness for all the sins of my life. The angel will guide us. Excuse me. I'm gonna go back and level up. Also give me the needed boxes and all that.
choices you make.
At the House of Vanini. Master Vanini's collection. Patrons are present. At the House of Vanini.
I know my way around.
Full moonstone.
I always welcome. There you are. Now, just leave this to me. Done and done. You will find Vanini always seeks to rise to the challenge at hand.
Old cryptic vessel description. An old shack in the tomb slums in Mullum district. Look for the black tree and laundry line and enter the shack next to them. Appendix. An agreement is attached for mutual trust. I kept hiding the stolen goods in the barren swamp and realized something. I'm never going to return if I keep going to the swamp. All I know is that the life of a thief, but I don't want to die now. So we're returning to our sweet home. Even if the Black Rabbit Brotherhood is making trouble, we were technically before them in the Mullum district. In the slums, you'll follow the slum rules. First, bring the stolen goods to our old base. We may be dumb, but we're loyal, and like the rich, here's to a lifelong friendship. That they both killed each other over. It's extra funny. Alright. So, we're gonna first actually go back to the Opera House, because we have a Trinity key, and there's a Trinity door. Then we'll go to the Mullum, the slums, and then we will go fight the boss, alright? And then we'll be done with the stream. I love that there's forever just one random swinging pendulum of a chandelier. They pass through the door. It's time to understand the true meaning of the three pillars. Definitely feel like the Trinity is going to be whatever plays into the next game. Performance of the day. The greatest singer in crowd has arrived. It's a shame that she can't sing because her tongue was cut out. Wrong one. I'm just gonna go back to the hotel stargazer. Ow, my legs.
How did you find this place? They sent you, didn't they? Those guys blabber about loyalty, but when the chips are down, they'll stab each other in the back. I don't know what's inside, and I don't really care. Take it with you and hurry.
Thanks, buddy.
Getting involved sounds like trouble to me. You can find the stolen goods on your own. Getting involved sounds like...
Pretty sure that's the same model as Gentleman Julian. Don't mind me, just gonna go around here for no particular reason.
Why didn't he fall in the trap? Late. I was looking forward to that all day. When the trap's empty, so are my pockets.
Okay, yeah, so as you could get from that, I was angling the camera because you could just see him disappear. Because he's a bit of a trickster, he is. Fall for the trap anyway, it's fine. I will say, kind of wish that it was more like Patches in the sense of confronting him afterwards, but nah, he just disappears. Alright, let's go fight the boss and then end the stream. What a fitting way to end a St. Patrick's Day stream, though, I will say. Cthulhu. Green monster of the swamp. And I died. That's a good start. Yeah, I know about the game. Holy shit. Okay, well. This is a broken combo. What is he doing? Is it the golden ergo we needed? What you doing? What the? Heck? Swear again like I said. Horrifying. And we're done. Eliminated. Got the golden ergo.
I knew you'd do it! Finally, the last hero weapon is in my hands. I knew you'd do it! I had a feeling you'd be the perfect bait. I got what I wanted thanks to you. The last hero weapon is finally in my hands. I knew where it was, but I didn't dare lay my hands on it. The swamp is too dangerous. Someday soon, you'll see. You have my thanks. And you've earned a nickname. Alidoro's best bait. See you at the hotel.
You bastard.
Thank you for your hard work. Alidoro's best bait. Let's go back to the hotel and celebrate the spoils of the hunt. Thank you for Let's go back to the hotel.
How dare you? Alright. What's this? Can't go here anymore. What the heck? That's all about. Anyway. We're gonna wrap up here, and then we're gonna call it a night. Okay, so first things first, puppet-devouring green hunter's ergo. No one knows where the green monster of the swamp came from. Some think he was produced from Krat's wrath. Curious thing indeed. Golden ergo, unusual ergo acquired after defeating the green monster of the swamp. This is the material that Venini said he needed to find a way to get to the Isle of Alchemists. The golden ergo is famous for its high value due to its high power.
I found the last treasure thanks to you. The saber. A precious artifact from overseas. It'll always remind me of the rascal who stole it, then fell into the nest. I tried to save him, but I failed. Let the punishment fit the crime, I say. And in a twist of fate, you must become the weapon's true owner. A great weapon calls...
So yeah, Two Dragon Sword. Two Dragon Sword, a precious sword that was at the Great Exhibition Gallery. They say it was the saber of a commander from a quiet eastern land. The sea remembers the vow of the warrior. The general who rose up with the dragon to protect the people claimed a lonely victory in dozens of war. And also, Ghost Walk Amulet. The sentries feared the ghostly movements of the green monster of the swamp. One of the centrists miraculously managed to put the monster's information in an amulet, but he also disappeared. Fury attack dodge available. Actually, I'm gonna get this one just because I think you can get reactions out of you, Jenny.
What's this? A poster singing my praises? Oh dear, your practical jokes go too far. Oh, a wanted poster? Right, yeah. Let me explain. There is an unscrupulous reporter called Medoro, and he's the epitome of yellow journalism, and he only writes favorable articles if you bribe him. One time, I didn't give him a certain antique he wanted, and he slandered me, just like this. What has this world come to? Even noble explorers searching for true history get lambasted for all to see. Perhaps I should be pleased that this scrap of paper is powerless, as there's no authority to pay the reward. You can keep it as a souvenir. A great weapon.
You can keep it as a souvenir. gotta talk to?
At the House of Ani.
No! Can it be? It can! Are you hurt anywhere? Ha! You never fail to surprise me, compagno. Now, allow me to return the surprise. This little wonder creates a lead-acid battery in a flash. The Golden Ergo is the purest form of power we can use, and it's nearly perfect. We could power a city block with this. You see, the alchemists ordered transportation from me, powered by this. I'm not sure, but maybe it's still in their underground base. Just one problem with the base. I don't know exactly where it is. I don't know when exactly either. I had to just hand it over immediately after the launching ceremony. After all, I am the prince of the Krat social scene, and I surrendered to their mysticism. There, it's done. Now take it. A secret alchemist's underground lair. That sounds like something Antonia might well have heard of. You'd better ask her about it. I always welcome...
Could you show me that saber? I recognize it anywhere. This is a saber from the country of the morning. You found this in the barren swamp? That's odd. Remember how I said my family were weapon experts? One of my earliest memories is of them talking about sabers like this. Maybe a thief stole this from the Grand Exhibition Gallery. Though it's just a gallery of ghosts now. With no one claiming ownership, I suppose it's yours. But take good care of it. This weapon carries a little bit of my heritage. I know my way around.
Yeah, also, Country of the Morning is the is not what I initially thought was just another way to say Japan, because Land of the Rising Sun. But actually, Country of the Morning is the other title given to Korea, which makes sense because this is a Korean game.
You don't remember? Ask me about Eric. Who knew such a huge monster lurked in the barren swamp? Perhaps the Grand Exhibition's wastewater twisted the monster somehow. I shudder to think of it. A concoction of all the swamp's creatures. It's another sign of how Krat is tearing itself apart. Who knows the science behind it? I'm just glad my precious son made it back in one piece.
One Piece.
By the way, do you remember when I mentioned my partner? I got a distress signal from him. His last location was Krat Central Station. But my gear won't protect me from the petrification disease there. Can you find him for me? I'll make it worth your while. Thanks. My partner's name is Atkinson. I think he was trying to secure an escape route. Look for him around Krat Central Station. I think he was trying to secure an escape route.
Come here, child. This is my first chance to get a proper look at you.
She's okay.
It's a shame my illness kept me from seeing such a handsome gentleman. Oh, to be young again. You are responsible for this miracle. You have no idea how much it means to me. I have to stay seated as I feel a little lightheaded, but I feel the vigor I thought I'd lost forever. Thank you. If Krat ever holds a proper ball again, I hope you'll ask me for a dance.
Did it. We can play piano. And I feel warmth.
I heard what happened at the exhibition. How frightful. It's no wonder you're trying to track down the alchemists. I'll tell you one thing. Many secrets are buried in the city of Krat. The same goes for this hotel. Beneath us, there is a passage connected to an underground base of the alchemists. It's where Ergo's vein was first discovered, long ago. Until the petrification disease, the hotel worked hand in hand with the alchemists. But I didn't know they'd be so corrupt. Everything changed when Simon became their leader. Oh, I thought the survivors of the exhibition would be different. But they're just as corrupt. The passageways to the underground base are locked from their side. We can't get through unless they open them. And the underground base is the only way to embark for the Isle of Alchemists. If we find the right alchemist, perhaps we can get that door opened. I heard that some of them occupy the collapsed tower of the train station. And the collapse makes me wonder whether they had something to do with the recent earthquake. Look into it, won't you? People have no thanks for keeping.
Okay. We're gonna just talk to Hugo and then we'll end the stream, alright? Just that way so we don't have to worry about going back to him. Foggy night. Hey, but
life is short. All I can do is... You actually met Alidoro and asked him about the wanted poster. That's odd. Alidoro and Medoro are friends. When I was hurt, he took me to Medoro, who was one of the first on the scene. Medoro is quite the medic. He saved me when the workshop tower fell. There's gotta be a logical explanation. The Alidoro I admire would never talk about a friend like that. But who knows, maybe that wanted poster is real. You keep an eye on him if you see him again. In times like these, when truth and lies are blurred, the only thing to believe is your gut instinct about a person. I trust Alidoro. He wants to save people and seek out the truth. Anyhow, you gave me the first lead on Alidoro I've had in months. Take this in return. Consider it a gift suitable for times like these.
Cool.
Life is short. All I can do is...
Alright, well, so, I'll just level off. Level up on the way back there. So, tomorrow we continue. We go and find out where that earthquake went to. Krat Central Station. At this point, tomorrow, we won't finish the game tomorrow, but Thursday is definitely when we will finish it. And then afterwards, we will start Elden Ring. So probably Friday is when we start Elden Ring.
Whatever choice you make.
Anyway, so, yeah. With all that, that's going to be a stream. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. I will see you tomorrow. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Be sure to stay hydrated. Drink responsibly. So yeah, have a good night. Bye-bye.